Hi everyone and welcome to today's Engineering at Home Challenge with me, Ashley from the Small Piece Trust. And today we're going to be turning our smartphone into a really cool microscope, which I bet you didn't think you could do, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Before we get started on the challenge, I do just want to mention that it's supported by an organisation called Siemens Healthineers. So a massive thank you to them for their support. For those of you who aren't familiar with them, they are a leading medical technology company that develop creative technology and services in the healthcare industry. Part of that is medical imaging, which is the nature of today's challenge. And they use sophisticated technology to sort of help treat and fight against diseases by identifying the cause of the problem a lot earlier than we're normally able to do. So it's a hugely important part of healthcare, and especially given the sort of the current circumstance that we're currently in with COVID as well. But with that said, let's get you future engineers or healthineers started on today's challenge.
So here's everything that you're going to need for this challenge. We'll need the smartphone. We're also going to need a torch. We're going to need the laser pen that we're going to remove the lens out of. We're going to need a piece of plastic that's just taken from an old olive oil bottle. We'll need a small piece of blue tack, a pair of scissors, and finally we'll just need a piece of white paper as well. So I'm going to show you how to take the lens out of this laser pen. Please make sure you get adult supervision before you do it. My lens has already been taken out, but I'll show you how I did it. If you unscrew the top off, that will reveal the aluminium casing of the laser pen. You just need to remove that with some pliers, and that will you'll be able to see the lens then. If you take some sort of narrow tip pliers like I have, you need to unscrew the black plastic case that the lens is sat in. So if you unscrew that out, then the lens is located in the top part just here. And then I got a hair grip because it's got a rounded edge, but anything else sort of similar and thin that will fit into that hole will be fine. And you can just then pop it through and push the lens out. And that's how you take it out. Right, let's get started on the build. So we're obviously going to need our smartphone first. And then we're going to take the lens that we have just taken out from our laser pen. And we're also going to need a small piece of blue tack. So take the blue tack and roll it into a thin little blue tack sausage like so. And then we're going to wrap that around the outside of the lens, making sure we're not obscuring the lens with the blue tack as we do it, and just make sure it's sort of secure on. We're then going to fix it to the phone. So we're just going to cover the sort of the camera on the back of the smartphone. Again, push down on the blue tack to the smartphone, making sure you don't obscure the lens as you do so. And that's how easy it is to create our microscope. That's that sorted, so we'll put it to one side. And we're now going to create the microscope stand. So take the torch. My one's got a bit of a rounded edge and it won't stand up, as you can see. So I'm going to take some more blue tack and create a bigger blue tack sausage. You can see I'm using all the technical terms. And then we're going to create a blue tack donut. I'm obviously getting very hungry. So we're going to put that and position that on the mat. And then I can fix the torch into there. And that will help it to stand up properly and secure it in position. Because it's a donut shape, I can also make sure I can turn the torch off and on as well. But yours might have a flat edge to stand up properly, so that's no problem. We're then going to take our scissors and we're going to take the white paper that we've got, and we're just going to cut out a square of paper. There's no particular measurements, it's just cutting out a square shape that's going to sit on top of our torch. There you go, and we'll just place that on top. And then we're going to now create a microscope slide by using the plastic that we've got. So cut a strip out of that, Again, doesn't need to be neat and tidy, as you can see mine isn't, but we do need to create a strip that's going to act as the microscope slide. And we can now also turn the torch on and we can make sure everything's lined up so we can see where it is we need to illuminate our sample. And then we're just going to create a cover for the microscope slide just by cutting out a small square from that plastic that we've used. And then when we have our sample on the microscope slide, our cover will just sit on top, like so. Now, there's no particular sort of exact measurement to do this. It'll take a bit of playing around, but we now need to position our smartphone so it lines up and focuses on the sample in question. So you might need to, a bit of trial and error, just find that exact perfect distance that you need to focus the camera on so we can see the close-ups of our sample.
So that's just how easy it is to make one of these smartphone microscopes. So let's see just how good it is in action with some of these examples that I've put together that I'll show you shortly. But be creative and have a look around your own house for items that you want to see underneath the microscope. That's it for today's Engineering at Home challenge. So please make sure you check out all the other cool and fun projects that we've got available this week as part of the same series. And if you didn't check out our Engineering at Home series that we did earlier on this year, you can go back and take a look. They're on our YouTube channel. So if you just search for the Small Piece Trust. And I want to see how you get on with today's challenge. So please share all of your hard work with us on Twitter, because I want to see exactly what you did put underneath the microscope and how it looks as well. Other than that, all that's left for me to say is a massive thank you once again to Siemens Healthineers for supporting today's challenge, and a huge thank you to you for taking part and watching this video. Good luck.